Welcome to the English-speaking tree horror podcast, where real fear finds a voice in the shadows. Turn off the lights, plug in your headphones, and prepare yourself for a story that might just be true. Tonight's tale is called The Last Customer at Cafe13. At 7 p.m., a seemingly ordinary evening, a lonely cafe, and one final order that changed everything. It was a cold, wet November night. The streets of Dehradun were nearly silent, soaked in rain, lit only by flickering street lamps. Most people had already taken shelter indoors, but Cafe 13 was still open, quietly glowing from the corner of an old alley. Inside, Ria, a 25-year-old waitress, was closing up alone. Her manager had left early, and she was used to the silence. The kind of silence that almost lets you hear your own heartbeat. She was wiping the counter when, creak, the wooden cafe door slowly opened. A man stepped in. He was tall, soaked from head to toe, wearing a long black overcoat. His eyes, blank, pale, almost grey, scanned the room without expression. Ria froze for a moment. Something in her gut said don't speak, but she forced a smile and said, "Good evening, sir. We're about to close, but I can still get you something." The man didn't smile back. He simply replied in a low, cold voice, "Black coffee. No sugar." She nodded and walked toward the coffee machine, her footsteps unnaturally loud in the stillness. As the coffee brewed, she glanced at him. He hadn't moved. He wasn't even blinking. When she brought the coffee to his table and gently placed it down, he whispered without looking at her, "Same place, same time." Ria blinked. "Sorry?" The man turned his head slowly toward her. "You don't remember me, do you?" Her mouth went dry. I think you've mistaken me for someone else." He looked away toward the rainy window. And just then, thump, the lights flickered. The cafe clock behind her stopped. Exactly 7:13 p.m. Ria turned quickly to look. The ticking had gone silent. She looked back at the man. The chair was empty. No sound of footsteps. No creaking door. But the coffee was still there. Steam still rising. She ran to the door. Still locked from the inside. No sign of him. Suddenly, she noticed something strange. On the inside of the cafe window, where the rain had fogged the glass, was a handprint. A large, smudged handprint. But the inside of the glass was completely dry. Her phone buzzed loudly on the counter. Buzz, making her jump. She grabbed it and called her manager. There was this man. He came in just now and disappeared. He ordered black coffee. Table 4. There was silence on the other end. Then her manager whispered, "He came back?" Ria's voice trembled. What do you mean?" "Ria, a year ago, a regular customer died. Right outside the cafe. Lightning strike. Every evening he came in, ordered black coffee. Table 4. Always at 7:13 p.m. Her blood ran cold. "What?" "Ria," the voice said shakily, "he died on this very day. Last year." The phone cut off. Dead silence. She turned slowly toward the table. The coffee cup was empty. Then, crash. A plate fell from the shelf behind her. She spun around, breath shallow, heart pounding. And in the reflection of the coffee machine's steel surface, she saw him, standing behind her, grey eyes, unmoving, watching. She turned around. No one. The cafe was empty again. The door still locked. But the clock had started ticking again. Backwards. Tick, tick, tick. Every night after that, Ria refused to work the evening shift. But strange things kept happening. The coffee machine would turn on by itself at exactly 7:13 p.m. The system would randomly print black coffee orders, even when no customers were there. Table 4's chair would always be pulled out. And on the security cameras, every evening at 7:13 p.m., a man in a dark coat could be seen sitting alone, sipping his coffee, even though no one was ever there in real life. Eventually, Cafe13 shut down. The building was abandoned. But people still talk. Locals say, if you ever walk past that alley on a rainy November evening, and the lights inside the old cafe flicker on, don't go near the window, because you might just see him, pale eyes staring out at you, waiting for someone to remember. The next time you order black coffee with no sugar, look around, because maybe, just maybe, you're not alone. Thanks for listening to The Last Customer at Cafe13 on the English-speaking Tree Horror Podcast. For more spine-chilling stories that blend language with terror, don't forget to subscribe and share. I'm Jeevan Verma. See you in the next nightmare. Good night. And don't forget to check the time, especially if it's 7:13.